And I think that was the start of the Beehive.
Yeah. That song right there.
That was a change.
Because instead of looking up to Beyonce, they could identify because they kind of feel like, damn, she know what I'm going through, and damn, she went through some of the same shit I went through. So now it's a relate, you know, through their pain and their struggle. The same, you know what I mean? Kind of like how Mary J. Blige always had women relate to her through the shit she was going through. You know, now she had one. You know what I mean? So that's what that record was about. You know.
So you pretty much responsible for the Beehive, huh?
I mean, you know,
with that song.
I mean, I think in a lot of ways that was the start of the Beehive for sure. Yeah. You know, because that's when they started looking at Beyonce for a cultural figure, somebody that they could really lock in with, not just aspire to be or be like, dang, I wish I was the it girl like her. I wish I had the, you know, the blonde straight, whatever. And you know, I had a nigga like Jay, you know, after me. Now it was like, no,
I
could deal with you just on being a woman and dealing with the shit that we out here dealing with as women.
Yeah, she going through some of the stuff that I go through.
Yeah, and you know that's staying power. That's longevity.
So through the creative process, you know what I mean, of creating, and you know, you guys are in the studio, y'all taking info on what she looking for, you inputting that and coming back with a song. How was it for you doing all that and then hearing Beyonce on your finished product? Like, what was that first time y'all pushed play and heard the finish?
For me, it was just like, damn, I knew it was going to sound like this. Like I knew she just needed to get on it and put her voice on this shit, and I knew it was going to be that. You know what I mean? So it was kind of like the Thriller, just shit coming out just like you imagined it. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, this shit right. You know what I mean? More so, we got a hit. Like,
that thing was crazy.
Now my manager, he did that. He did the we got a hit dance when he came in. You know what I mean? He looked at me and he was like, shit, shit crazy.
Which song though?
Everyone. By the time he heard all of them in their completed form or like close to completion, he was like, oh,
it's over.
You had something.
Nigga, we got the singles.
Yeah.
And little did we all know how much truth to form was being spoke at that time, because we wound up getting all our singles released in succession. So it was back to back to back. I don't think nobody else had their singles come out on her before or since like that. I don't think nobody got a 2-3 song run on her. You know what I mean? So
that was bangers.
It's a monumental, you know, I did my 3-peat like Jordan. You know what I mean? You know, I got, you know what I mean? You know, me and Scott, we did our 3-peat. You know what I mean? But the one thing I take away from that is when you really focus and you earnestly doing your shit from the right place, you're a dangerous motherfucker. Because that's when records like that come up. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's what I'm proud about.
You was in your true element.
We was in our true element, so true shit came out.
I once heard this one saying, it's like, you know, some people like, oh man, like, oh, he was lucky. But and Phil can attest to this, but it's like being the right person at the right time. He was the right person at the right time.
It wasn't no luck about that, because
that's laboring under correct knowledge.
That was cultivated over years. That came from poetry to rap to
everything you've been through.
Melodic songwriting. And it was years and months in between that, and different points of learning and then application of what you learned. So by the time we got there, we had properly took our trek, you know, to be able to do what we did.
All right, so time out real quick. All right, so now, how old were you at that time?
Like young, early 30s.
Okay, so by this time we're gonna say basically you done put 16 years in the game, 15 to 16 years into in the industry at that time.
Man, let me see. I started at 16.